All right, so in looking at the firearm we're going to disassemble and reassemble today, it is the Desert Eagle 50 AE. What's interesting about this particular firearm is it happens to be gas operated. Um, so let's go ahead and get into it. As always, first thing we want to do is we're going to remove our magazine. I'm going to pull the slide back to make sure that it is clear. And as you can tell, this is an awfully large ejection port, so there's plenty of room to see what's going on. All right. Now, to take this apart, your disassembly lever is here. Right. So we know it's clear. Send that forward. We're going to push in this button, very much like the Beretta, and spling, off comes the barrel. Now, this particular gun, you can change the barrel. So this is a 50 AE. You can go ahead and put a 44 Magnum on here. You don't have to change anything else, just this module. So two guns for the price of one. Now, when we look here, you have this cutout on each side. That's connected to the recoil assembly. And then you have a guide here. And then this is your gas port. There we go. Looking at the frame, take that off. So here is your recoil assembly. You have two coiled springs, and they're actually braided. And then this is your gas block. So when this gun fires, gas actually operates on this piston right here, which sits in spot there, and then the slide functions. All right, so I got that out. Bolt face in here is pretty amazing, just in the size of it that it is. And so as everything rotates and it locks up, so you're going to have your injector here. What this actually does is, just like on the AR-15 where you have that spring-loaded plunger, you have your extractor on this side. The extractor actually cams out. So as it is opening and the empty case clears the chamber, this spring-loaded button right here causes it to spring off to the right. The interface of the bolt with the barrel is very similar to the star chamber on the AR-15 in that everything sits inside here. It comes in and it rotates, so it locks. So if we're going to put this back together, well, we'll talk about this next. Super simple on your lower frame. You've got your takedown lever here. You can see how that engages, and that actually engages into the cutout on the barrel. The barrel, when you're putting it on, actually fits down in here and then slides back. So super easy. You have your ramp here, and then obviously your magazine well, and then this is tied to the trigger. It controls that. Then we have another piece back up in here that's also spring-loaded. All right. Much more simple than the 1911 in regards to the lower parts. This module, you can actually, if you drive this pin out, you can take this module completely out. That's just the one pin that's holding that. That helps with repair of the firearm itself. So, piston goes in here. Our recoil spring then sits here. Ornery with me. Now these two legs go into those two holes at the back of the frame. So set up. Come on. Okay, so we want to make sure that those are lined up. Bring this up. That camera done. Don't want that. Remember this piece here. First rule: drop something at least once. That lines up. That goes in. Now, last part of this, we're going to take our barrel. Barrel sits in, push everything back, and then we're going to bring that up. There you go. And you can see here, as that piece comes forward, it pushes, and then notice it disengages the bolt so the bolt can travel forward, and then it rotates into place. Disconnect and rotate. And so that is the gas-operated double recoil spring Desert Eagle 50 AE.